Welcome to the You Name It show, Davin Christensen.
Hola, Jerry.
Here we are with another exciting week of topics, which I have a whole bunch of topics. I don't know what you have, but
I've got a few.
Topic number one, I just cut my finger, as you know.
Yep.
Because I'm stupid. Sliced it way down, too, with my Leatherman, just trying to open up a packet of... All right, here we go. Let's just say it. I'm opening up a packet of Rolaids.
Why are you opening up a packet of Rolaids with a knife?
Because they always wrap everything in plastic, like way too, it's
way
always
too tight.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I had the knife because I had opened up deodorant that I just picked up, and you know how those are wrapped too. Like you can't just tear the 2-pack. You can't tear it apart.
Right.
So you basically have to get scissors or a knife. So since we always have knives with us here, you'd think I'd know how to use one.
Evidently not.
But I didn't cry. That was good.
That's good. You destroyed a hotel towel.
I did. I totally have destroyed the... It looks like someone was murdered in here.
Yeah.
But that's funny. I said I didn't cry because, like, you're 10 years old or something.
Well...
Damn it, I cut my finger, but I didn't cry.
Where are you at right now, anyway?
Milwaukee. Your favorite place because of the beer.
Oh, I just cracked one. I cracked a Yingling because I am in Pittsburgh. So wait, Jerry, I got to tell you. Super Bowl was
where they make Yingling.
Yeah, it's true. But the state is so fucked up with their laws and their rules on where you can buy alcohol, and you got to go to a special store for liquor and wine, and then you got to go to a different store to get beer, and some places have carry-out beer, but you pay through the nose, and nothing on Sunday. So if you're going to party on Sunday, you got to stock up on Friday and Saturday, and it's just stupid. Or make your own. So
make your own beer.
Exactly. Yeah. Like Jonathan Miller. So
was this leading somewhere, or are you just letting us know not to go drink in Pennsylvania?
It was actually leading to Super Bowl was this last week. And my prediction came right. The Broncos won. But I got to tell you my Super Bowl story. So I just get into Pittsburgh, and I'm like, okay, with all the beer laws and everything, I didn't have time to go to a store and stock up on beer, so I'm going to go to a bar and watch the game. Yeah, of course. So I walk over on Liberty Street, and I'm walking down, and I see one of those chalkboard signs saying Super Bowl party, in here tonight only, one of those type of things. And they had free food, and someone brought in a bunch of crock pots and all that other stuff, and it was
like a little buffet. Did they have like betting squares and all that fun stuff?
They didn't. They might have done the betting squares for like the locals, but they had the hot dogs. They had all kinds of meatballs and all kinds of good food and stuff. So I sat down and I'm watching the game, and everything seems normal. But what comes down to it, you don't know you're in a gay bar on Super Bowl Sunday because it's all guys. I didn't even realize it until the first touchdown when a guy at the end of the bar yelled, "Home run!" And then,
shut up.
And that's when I knew I was in a gay bar. But
if this isn't a real story, then that's just a bad joke.
No, it's actually a real story. Then I looked over, and the guy next to me was getting his leg felt up by another guy. And then,
so you were in a gay bar, you're saying?
Yes, and the two girls at the end of the bar decided to start making out close to halftime. So I decided to go back to the hotel.
Wait, and you didn't pick up on the gay bar once you saw the menu that was hot dogs and meatballs?
No, I mean it was all laid out. It was, and you walk into a bar.
That's a little phallic?
No, you walk into a bar on Super Bowl Sunday, and it's all guys watching the game. You're thinking, okay, it's a regular fucking bar. I don't know Pittsburgh, Little did I know is in the 4 fucking bars right down there are all gay bars.
Well, here's the Super Bowl question. Did anybody come and hit on you?
No.
Well, doesn't that make you feel bad? Like, did you feel unattractive when you left that place?
No, I didn't stick around very long. Nothing against them.
That'd be funny if you left and you were all depressed walking down the street. It's like raining. You're depressed out in the rain.
I ate the gay hot dogs and the gay meatballs and had a couple beers, and then I went back to the hotel. Home run!
You stayed long enough to eat.
Home run! Yay!
I know. I like your story, but I like the idea better that you're in a gay bar for a sporting event and they're serving hot dogs and meatballs and nobody hit on you.
That's when you know you're old and unattractive.
Speaking of bars, I was going to say, speaking of bars, let's say hi to Brad Gilman.
Yeah,
who
how's
I like
Brad
to refer
doing?
to as the Ginger Ninja.
He
That's
is.
what I call him.
Actually,
he's a
speaking
listener.
Of bars, a couple of years ago, we were in Dallas with Brad and the kid Bobby Abbo Jr.
Junior, yep.
But we went to a dollar beer night. It was like the bar's 1 year anniversary. It was dollar beer night. We took a limousine. We took a 10-passenger stretch limousine to dollar beer night.
You and Brad, why? Why would you do that?
Well, we were waiting for a cab outside of the hotel because we were going to take a cab there, and this stretch limo pulled up and dropped off this wedding party, and they all went inside. So we walked up to the limo driver and said, "Hey, can you run us to this bar? We'll pay you." I think he charged us like $10 each. So he made $30 for dropping us off. But we made him actually.
No, that's a good deal.
Made him get out of the car, open the door. And then we took over the jukebox and drank heavily, but it was kind of nice going to a dollar beer night in a stretch limo for no apparent reason.
Yeah. Dollar beers and a stretch limo. You guys are living the life.
Indeed.
Don't think that I'm not getting the juxtaposition of the whole event, the dollar beers and the stretch limo.
Yeah.
It's just that I keep picturing you three idiots, and it's hilarious. Because I can just imagine what it's like. Are you? Let's see. Are you doing Austin this year?
Yes, I am.
So you'll do the bar crawl or whatever they call it, the animal bar thing.
Crawl, which we invented. Evidently, they have never seen it before, and we invented it last year. Where we go to every bar on 6th Street.
Animal masks.
Yep. And what it is, we go to every bar on 6th Street that has an animal in the name. There's like 12 of them. And you're supposed to do their house drink, but we just do a beer at every bar. But we dress up in animal masks and go. It's a good attention getter.
But you're the only ones. You guys are the only ones dressing with animal masks.
Yeah, there's like 4 of us that go. But it'll get bigger. I'm guessing it's going to catch on. Or
but
not.
How will people know when it takes place? Because you guys are just picking a random night.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be every year for Auto Show. We're just going to pick a night and maybe get more people to go, and eventually we'll come back in town and it'll be like a annual event, or not.
Well, you do have that going because there's a bunch of people that they were listing who were going to go when Brad was talking about it with Junior and stuff.
Yeah,
they were saying Jason wasn't going to go because unless he flies in. But there was somebody else. I think the rumor is somebody else was going to bring like 15 other people.
That's cool. Yeah, and there's a little Halloween store type place that sells the masks there, so you can go pick your masks up there. My son actually found my mask in my closet at home.
That must have been a bad day for him.
And I've got this big rubber pig mask. He goes, "Dad, is there something you need to tell me?"
Exactly.
Why do you have a giant rubber pig mask in your closet? So I explained.
If you could just read his mind, if you could just be there and read his mind when he found it, that would have been hilarious. Like, holy fuck, what's wrong with my dad?
It's bad enough he's living with Bob, and he doesn't have a girlfriend.
He's living with Bob, and squeal like a pig, Davin.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord is right. Hey, the Grammys were this week.
Okay, didn't watch a lick of them.
Yeah, but you like music.
I know, but I still didn't watch a lick of them.
I didn't either. But I did see some information, and one of the things I wanted to bring up was, first of all, let's start with the information. I guess Adele got totally screwed on her performance. You know who Adele is, right?
Yes, I do. I heard something about her audio or something went wrong.
Well, it's a little confusing. Let's find out whether or not we think it's true or not. But what the story is that the they had a piano on stage, and they said that the microphones inside the piano fell onto the strings, and then the piano was playing out of tune because they were laying on the strings, and then it screwed her up. But I don't know, because when they played the clip, she had a complete dropout on her mic, which is not a microphone. You know, her vocal mic went out for a second. That has nothing to do with piano mics. They're not tied in together. They wouldn't run them into the same compressor, would they? And because it was a loud drop, it would dump them both. They wouldn't do that, would they?
No. Was she wearing an in-ear? Did she have the ear?
I didn't see because the clip was so short. I would assume she's wearing in-ear, yeah.
Okay, because that can really mess you up too if that drops out, or if you're just hearing the instrumental part of it, and that can fuck your pace up and everything else.
Well, her mic cut out on the clip that I saw. So to me, that's completely unrelated to the piano issue. Now, I did read some of the people I know on Facebook are like high-end, like Glenn-type audio guys who do it for bands all the time. Big, super name bands. Like Dancer McCullough was with Ted Nugent and Cheap Trick and Alice Cooper and all these different people for years. And he's the one saying, "What the hell happened? What key was that in, Adele?"
Right.
And if he was watching it and it didn't strike him as being an issue, then I'm thinking that we're not getting the full story, that they made that up for press.
Right. Well, problem is now the A1 looks like shit because it ultimately falls on your head audio guy. And usually he picks out the A2. On a show like that, he would be the one that would pick out his A2, some guy that he trusts, that he's worked with before. That would be the guy who would have to mic that piano and also have to mic Adele.
Yeah, I also think that if they have a grand piano on stage, they're not throwing a couple of fucking lavalier mics taped up to the inside of the lid either. I'm assuming that they have the piano itself probably has output jacks on it,
Yep.
But it's a built-in, professionally mic'd piano system, not something they hobbled together with a couple of SM58s.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be SM58s. They'd have special piano mics for them anyway, but still.
I know, that was the joke, Devin. That was for the audio guys in our audience to laugh at when I said it. Hobbled together with a couple of SM58s.
Kind of like a...
Damn it, I got to explain this shit to you?
Kind of like a podcast. Fuck you. Fuck you, Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry. But that's only part of the topic, Davin.
Okay.
The Adele problem. Because the real Adele problem, and I'm hoping you're aware of this. Do you watch like American Idol and shows like that?
Occasionally.
Okay, so there's been a new trend happening for the last couple of years, probably ever since Adele came around, where people start using this bizarre affectation when they sing, where they don't seem to be able to pronounce words correctly anymore. Have you noticed any of this?
No, I have not.
Like if they're singing, and man, I wish I had an example. I'm sure people listening will know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, say they're going to say themselves the word I as in I, me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they're singing, and they'll just go instead of saying I, they'll end up saying oh I. Like weird. Like, I'm trying to think of a song. Like there's a song that goes, and I stumble and fall, and instead of doing that, it would be like, and oh ye stumble and fall, and they're like mispronouncing it, and like the word choice turns into choice.
God, you sound like an Irish jig.
No, and I wish I had some examples of this, and I wrote them down phonetically, but I'm not getting them right too. I was writing them down as I heard them, people singing. And like one of them is the word done, and it's duine. They say duine instead of done.
That's stupid.
It is, and it all started with Adele. Adele started mispronouncing words, and she became so popular that now every 17-year-old kid who wants to sing wants to mispronounce every 14th word in the song to try and be current.
What was she wearing? Because I stopped
a big giant dress.
I stopped watching all those when she came out and she looked like she was, God, this was a few years back when she first hit it big. She came out and she was wearing one of those paisley fucking flowery dress things, and she looked like, God, what is that handbag that they make for women that, it's not Stuart Ashley or whatever, but the dress looked like it was fucking sewn together out of that material, and it was like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Probably call your friends down at the Super Bowl bar and find out.
Well, thanks, Jerry.
Are you saying she dressed like she came out wearing a giant moo-moo?
Yeah, like she looked like luggage, that paisley fucking luggage that whatever Bradley it is. I can't remember the Bradley fucking luggage. But
I don't know any of that shit. I'm a man. I have no idea what designers are.
Yeah, we're hanging around models all the time. We should know this shit. So, I'm still trying to fucking wake up.
I'm just giving you a couple of underhanded jabs. But
nice.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So I got one for you. Have you ever?
Well, wait a minute. Let me think. Is that done? Is it done?
Is it done? Have
Grammys?
You killed it? You know what?
Yeah, Grammys, Adele, bad affectation on singers, no other Grammy stuff because nobody cares. You don't care at all. I wonder if our listeners listen to music.
All these award
Bruno
shows.
Mars,
what the fuck is the point of all these award shows?
Make themselves feel good.
I'm sick of it. Well, people actually.
Oh yeah,
need
Taylor
to stop.
Swift came out. Did you see that? Taylor Swift came out and yelled at Kanye West.
Oh, cool. Kanye supposedly is dead broke or something like that, I heard.
Yeah, that's nonsense. Why doesn't he borrow some money from his wife? She's got plenty.
Yeah, there you go. And the Super Bowl halftime, can we get rock and roll back in the fucking Super Bowl? I'm tired of these little fruity faggot. Maybe that's why I was in a gay bar. They were all happy.
Hey, slow down with the F-bombs.
Yeah, you're dropping out, Jerry. But you know what? It's okay.
That happened. Yeah, that happened for a second with you too. So I'm ignoring it.
Oh yeah, these halftime shows. It's like this poppy bullshit that they keep throwing on us. They need. I saw a petition for AC/DC to get AC/DC on the Super Bowl halftime show, and I think that'd be cool. Or get somebody that actually rocks. Not like this shit they've been throwing out at us.
Are you hearing me? And we're back. That was nice. That was a nice burp. You're the best burper ever.
That was my swish. That was my swish.
Maybe I'll just isolate that and use that for the next swish noise instead.
Yeah, there you go. You got too much editing to do on this already.
I know. No, it's only that one spot. It's only the one that just happened. Yeah. We don't have two of them. So, we talked about the Grammys. We talked about why we don't care about Kanye West being broke. We don't care about any music at the halftime show. Yeah. That's like a couple week old, isn't it? When was the Super Bowl? It was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, Jerry, I caught your cold. And last night, I bought some NyQuil. And NyQuil is the nighttime sniffling, stuffy head fever, so you can get knocked the fuck out medicine.
Yep. Coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, so you can rest medicine. Knock the fuck out, huh?
Yeah, basically, I could have used your razor blade. They could have come in the middle of the night and fucking harvested my organs. I was out fucking cold.
Is this the first time you've tried that stuff?
No, I guess I shouldn't have drank 7 beers and then done 2 shots of NyQuil. But anyway, that might have had something to do with it. But
yeah, how'd you feel in the morning?
I've been cloudy all day. I really have. It's just been one of those walking around in the fog. But you ever like do something where you look at something and it doesn't register in your brain?
Yeah.
Like what happened with me was when I went to do the shot of NyQuil, I looked at my mouthwash and I did the shot of NyQuil and I swooshed it around in my mouth before I swallowed it. Which is just the stupidest fucking thing. And it's probably not going to go anywhere. Right. But man, did I sleep well. My neighbors probably didn't, but because I didn't.
Because of the snoring?
Oh, yeah. I was out cold. What the hell did they put in that shit? It's better than Jägermeister.
I don't know what they put in there. They put in magic. You know, for some people, though, it affects you the other way. And it has done this to me before, too. I would take a shot of that, get knocked out for like 4 hours, and then wake up like you had a pot of coffee, and you're all jittery.
Oh, and then you're wide fucking awake.
Yeah, some certain people, it affects them that way. And I've had it before, but not every time, so I don't know what the difference is. Of course, I don't drink it after I do 8 beers or anything weird like that.
Well, I ended up going out with some friends of mine that live in Pittsburgh now that I graduated high school with, and it was kind of weird because you ever have those friends where you know them from high school, but you never really hung out and that type of thing, and then I'm in town and they message me that, hey, let's meet up for drinks or something. And it's that awkward, like, what are we going to talk about? Because we really didn't talk in high school too much. I knew you, you knew me. You know, we all went to the same high school. We got some things in common, but is this going to be weird or not? And it was actually a great evening. We had a bunch of fun. And I want to have him on the show at some point.
Yeah. You said he does a podcast, a big, giant, successful one, right?
Yeah. Greg Henson, Greg with 2 G's, look him up.
He's the guy with the puppets, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's not the guy with the puppets. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
He's done a lot of sports radio stuff, WDFN. He was in Dallas for a while. He was in Detroit market for a while. Now he's in Pittsburgh. I don't know if he's a program manager now or what, but yeah, talking about sports, and he talks big time U of M fan.
Yeah.
But we got to have him on.
We will. We'll do a remote when we get back into town and use our special equipment, not our shitty road gear with the shitty internet.
Exactly. You know. And he does all his podcasts from the studio, from the radio station studio, so they're like professional.
He's a big lucky, is what he is.
Yeah. This is true. So, what else you got for me?
Shout out to Mr. Henson, yeah. What else do I have for you?
In the summer.
I don't know if you were aware of this or not, but Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia died this week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know anything about that?
Yep, I heard about it, and I heard that Obama is trying to put off actually naming a new one.
No, you got that backwards.
Oh, no?
They're
trying to make him put...
Yeah, no, the Republicans want him to not name a new one. They say, we should wait for a new president before we name a new Supreme Court justice.
Well, no, that's bullshit, because the president, it's his responsibility. They're not going to wait fucking 11 months to fucking... It's stupid.
Right. Well, I don't know. I know we don't talk much about politics, and this isn't really what the topic's about, is politics. But I do want to say one thing, is that Antonin Scalia spent his entire life trying to uphold the laws of the Constitution, and he was pretty strict about the Constitution too. He's reading it in a literal sense, and he's really, his entire adult life about the Constitution. But now the Republicans want to waive the Constitution and say, let's just wait till the next president. When it's in the Constitution that the president gets to name the next guy, So they're using the guy who would have told them, what are you, crazy? You can't wait a year. Yep. We got to have a sitting president whose job it is to name this. And they're using him.
That's ironic. That's ironical.
It is ironical. You know why we can say that? Because ironical isn't a word, and no one can nail us down to being wrong about that.
That's true.
But that's not the topic. The topic of his death is where he died.
Where did he die? Not on the toilet, did he?
No, he died in bed, but he died in...
Next to a hooker?
No, not next to a hooker. But he died in... No, not next to a transvestite either.
In the Pittsburgh gay bar?
No. I'll tell you where he died, damn it. He died in your favorite state, Texas. Okay. And that seems to be where everybody important dies. Is in Texas. I mean, think about it. John F. Kennedy got assassinated there. See, all these people think that Scalia was assassinated. They think that Obama had him killed. That's the other thing going on. So of course, he's in Texas because that's where everybody gets assassinated at, in Texas. And if you don't believe me, just remember one of the most important people in the world, besides Kennedy, to be assassinated in Texas. J.R. Ewing was assassinated in Texas.
That's true. Who shot J.R.?
Everybody dies in Texas, apparently.
Well,
which leads
John
me to
John Lennon died in New York, though.
But he made a phone call to Texas the day before, I think.
Okay, probably.
But this is where I'm coming up with the idea. This title of this show is Texas Killed Antonin Scalia.
There you go. That makes sense.
That's what happened. I wanted to put Obama killed Antonin Scalia, but then I thought, I don't want to listen to everybody yell at me.
rant and rave and get into politics. Fuck that shit.
Or they think that we're concerned about one side or the other. So I'm just going to... Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm going to... Not on this show. In your real life, you could think any way you want to, but our show isn't about politics and left and right. Our show is about Texas killing Antonin Scalia. Because look, JR got shot there.
So he died in bed. I wonder if he took some NyQuil.
I don't know. He probably had 8 beers, 8 Yinglings, and a shot of NyQuil, yeah.
Never woke up again.
He had a pillow over his head, and apparently he seemed restful. Like he was relaxed, not restful. Like he was relaxed. Mm-hmm. That's what the news report I read today said. And here's the other. This is the dumb part about the whole Obama assassinated him. They're saying they're not going to call for an autopsy. That's weird because they don't want to find out that Scalia was assassinated. Well, his family is the one who said we don't want an autopsy. So if they think that he was assassinated by Obama, wouldn't they want an autopsy?
How old is he? He wasn't that old. He was like 54, wasn't he?
No, I think he was 70.
Was he that old?
Yeah.
I wonder. Scalia. It sounds like a mafia name, though.
Yeah, I wonder what Google would say about it. Let's see. Let's see if we can hear Google tell us how old he was. How old is Antonin Scalia?
He's dead, Jerry.
Antonin Scalia died at the age of 79.
79?
Oh, wow, he was old. Wow.
And they knew he was dead, too. I was hoping to trick Google into telling me. Yeah.
That shows you how much I'm into the news. Fuck that.
Well, then I have a different topic for you now that we know that Texas killed Antonin Scalia. Okay. Which is a pretty weak way to get a show title, don't you think?
It's not too bad. I mean, I like the way they make it sound like he died peacefully in bed. What they're not telling you is he pissed himself and shit himself in bed, and his wife fucking jumped up and went, "Holy shit, he's dead."
Oh, I don't think his wife was with him. I think he was on a hunting trip with his buddies.
Oh, a hunting trip.
Yeah.
You've heard about those.
Yeah, Dick Cheney shot somebody before. Remember? Dick Cheney shot a friend of his in the face on a hunting trip.
You want this guy. NRA is calling him up to be a fucking spokesperson. Hey, Dick Cheney, come on.
Maybe it'd be funny if we found out that Dick Cheney was on the hunting trip with him, and they're just the real cover-up wasn't Obama killing him. The real cover-up was Dick Cheney shot Scalia in the face. You know what? There's the title of the show. It's Dick Cheney killed Antonin Scalia. There we go. Because no one can believe that, so it's not like we're getting involved. That's obviously a mockery.
Indeed.
But I'm going to go with true. I was watching
true too. I would believe that.
I was watching TV today, this morning before work, and they had on a commercial, and I'm sure they're on all the time, but I just hadn't really noticed. It's one of those old fucking Lego My Eggo commercials.
Oh, yeah, with the little girl that steals it at the end. They're all arguing.
But it's been going on since 1972. So I start thinking about that, going, we're living with Lego My Eggo since 1972. So I'm thinking about the guy who came up with it. You know, he's he's one of two things. He's either tortured by it because it won't go away, Or
he's
it's
dead.
the only thing. No, it's the only thing he's done in his life that he can claim. So, like, every party he goes to, it'd be like, "And the Lego Maego guy, that's me. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Eggo Waffle Company back in 1972 was bought out by Kellogg's, and I came up with the phrase Lego Maego." And everybody's like, "Would you fucking shut up? I hate that phrase."
And that's what he's known for.
Right.
Oh, I was at a restaurant the other day, and they ran out of the receipt paper, and they kept talking about, well, the paper supply guy was just in. Could you imagine living your whole life? You're trying to make a living for your fucking family.
Yeah.
And you're known as the fucking paper supply guy for the fucking receipts.
You're right.
The
You
guy's
just turned it
probably
around on me.
been-
I'd rather be the Lego Maego guy. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Lego Maego. I came up with that fucking shit.
Yeah, that was
At
tough.
least I came
too.
up with something.
Shit, that's... Yes, Mr. Ego, that was a tough rhyme to come up with. Yeah. Wasn't right.
You
It
know
wasn't
what? He
sitting
was-
right out there in front of you.
Well, the problem was he was trying to come up with a Lego Maego jingle, and the microphone kept falling on the fucking keyboard, on the strings, and fucking him up. So he just came up with a slogan instead.
On the strings of the piano at the Grammys, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Bringing it
So-
full circle, Jerry.
Yep. Adele might as well have been singing Lego Maego jingles. Because
Exactly.
it
No
was
one's
really
listening
terrible,
anyway.
I guess. Damn it, Adele. Damn it, Egos. 1972, we've had to hear that fucking phrase for that long. Stop it. Come up with a new one. We get it. Your waffles are all Eggo-y. Nobody's fighting over those things anyway. They're frozen waffles.
They are, because I've had a box of those in my freezer for since I moved in the house 3 years now. I better throw those out. Bob might actually eat them because my kids won't.
So no one's
So-
fighting over them, right?
No one's fighting over them because my kids, they're teenagers. They don't fucking even wake up in time for breakfast. They fucking
That's a
wake
good
up
point.
at noon and then it's lunchtime.
And
So,
what are
yeah,
they
Kids aren't
like?
fighting over them.
All right, tell me this: how much is a box of Eggo waffles?
Probably like $2.45.
So per
Depending. If you get the
Eggo,
blueberry
how much
ones,
do you
that might
think
go-
it is?
Well, there's 8 in a pack, something like that.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think you know what? I'm gonna give you my Lego, Lego, whatever the fuck they are. I'm gonna give them to you when I
Let
get
me
home.
see.
You can have the
Okay,
freezer
Google.
burned ones.
Okay, Google. It's not doing it. How much is a box of Eggo waffles? Let's see. At Walmart, they are. I thought she was going to answer me. She didn't answer me.
No.
Nice. Are you telling me I got to put in a zip code to find out how much they are?
Oh, it's a regional pricing thing.
And now
It's not a flat rate across the country.
no, but let's see how much they are anyway. Let's go with my home zip code and watch this whole Walmart website crash right now. What a piece of shit this is. And I'm just curious to see if they're even worth it. $4.78 for oh, never mind.
$4.78 now.
It says there's 24 of them in the box though.
Oh, that must be the Monster Family Pack. You know what is good on Eggo?
So that is a
Lego,
good deal.
Whatever. Yeah.
What is it? What is good on that?
If you take ice cream, you make 2 Legos, whatever. You pop them in and you fucking toast them up, and then put ice cream in between them and make a giant ice cream sandwich. Those are fucking good.
That's how. That's close to how they actually had the waffle cone. They just used waffles and curled them up and put the scoops inside the waffle. That's 1 cent a
Yep.
piece. The hell, that's a pretty good deal. I'm not mad at Eggo anymore. I might buy some.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, it started off as a powdered mix, where all you had to add was milk and eggs, and it competed
And
with
then
Aunt
they just said-
Jemima. No, and then they
just said,
got yeah.
Fuck it, we're gonna make
Right,
them.
right. They said, all right, we're gonna make them and freeze them, send them so you can just throw them in the toaster and everybody's happy. And then Kellogg's bought them, And then that guy said, hey, you know what would be a good rhyme? Lego my ego. That's fucking funny. I love that.
Let's use it forever.
Let's see if we can use it from 1972 till 2032. God.
The guy was probably a hillbilly. You got to do the hillbilly voice.
Fuck you, Frank. Lego my fucking ego, Frank.
Get your fingers off my Lego, motherfuckers.
Hey,
this is not
I
right.
think you ought to Lego my ego before I blast your fucking ass off.
With TNT hog removal.
Lego my ego and get off my sister.
Yep.
All right, never mind.
I got some stilling to do. Gonna make me some alcohol because I'm in Pittsburgh. Can't get me none on Sunday, motherfuckers.
Now look, Barney. All you got to do is put it in the toaster oven, hand it right to Opie. Lego my ego, Barney. That was my first attempt at an Andy Griffith. Was it close?
That was pretty close.
I don't know. I think it's kind of shitty. I'll be made fun of for that one. But I've never tried an Andy Griffith, so I don't know.
One of the busiest, when I worked for the limo service, one of the most people gathered around at the airport. I had to pick up Don Knotts and Barbara Eden
together
on the same LA flight coming in. So I had to go to Northwest Airlines, and they were appearing in a play together at the George Burns Theater.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were coming in on the same flight, and of all people, they had Richard Simmons was on the same flight, and he came off with like this pink pillow. And then I've got 2 carts. So this one plane coming in from LA had 3 celebrities on it, and people were going ape shit. That's like you got Don Knotts, you got Barbara Eden, the I Dream of Jeannie, and then you got Richard Simmons. It was like this threesome that made people fall in love with hanging out at the airport and following golf carts down the runway and going to the baggage claim. There were people everywhere.
Well, yeah, back when you could just walk right into the airport back then. Go hang around.
Yeah, we used to have to do gate calls, so we'd have to go meet them at the gate with a sign and hold up the sign.
Yep, I had to do one of those. Yeah.
Some of them you never knew who they were because they'd fly under alias names. My favorite was B Shaky. We got a thing from our New York affiliate that we're picking up a guy named Bernie Shaky, and it said sign to read B Shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing at the gate and I'm holding a sign that says "Be Shaky," and the guy walks off the plane and I'm like, I know this guy. Who the fuck is he? I'm trying to, put his real name. So I kept referring to him as Mr. Shaky as if I didn't know. It was Neil Young.
It was Neil Young. You didn't know
Neil
who
Young.
He was.
He's actually produced an album under the name Bernie Shaky too.
Yeah,
he was coming in town to meet with Lionel, and I got to be his driver. And his
Who's Lionel?
Came out. Lionel trains. Actually, he's got a autistic son. Why are we on this topic? I just went off.
I don't know. But Lionel trains aren't in Detroit, are they?
Yeah, they're in Mount Clemens is their headquarters. And he's got an autistic son, and he's an avid Lionel train collector. And he came up with a Lionel train engine that he can voice activate and voice control, so his son could enjoy train collecting as well as he could because his son was autistic.
Cool.
So he was originally going to Lionel Trains to see if he can get them to start making these trains, and he ended up buying part of the Lionel Train Company.
That's very cool.
Neil Young is part owner of Lionel Trains.
Yeah, and he wasn't even killed in Texas.
No, he wasn't. Not yet.
Hey, I had to pick up a celebrity from the airport, and I did it all wrong. I had to pick up back in the 90s, there was this woman named Nancy Glass who was on Inside Edition or one of those shows. I don't know.
Okay,
Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition, A Current Affair, one of those shows. So
Yeah.
they
Lady,
tell
I
me,
know her.
yeah, they tell me what gate she's coming in on, I think, or what the flight number was, and go meet her at the gate. And I show up, and I'm just standing around, and I saw a picture of her before I left the office. Now remember, this is back when there wasn't even internet back.
There
when
wasn't
this happened,
internet,
really.
and you're still on pagers and all that other shit.
Yeah, and I'm looking at some picture that they showed me from an article somewhere or something like that. So she walks right by me because she was not dressed in any way like you'd expect a reporter to be dressed. She looked like she was going to go watch Motley Crue at the club, like some headbanger chick or something. And then I finally come up to her in baggage claim because I realize after a while there's nobody else on that plane. And I meet up to her and I go, "Are you Nancy?" And then she was all mad at me. She's yelling at me. "Why the fuck didn't you bring a sign?" She's like yelling at me. And I'm going, "I don't know, because I'm not a limo driver. I don't do this stuff. I don't know what's going on with this. I was just sent to get you. I work at a production company, for God's sake."
They sent me to pick your ass up. Just get in the fucking car.
Right, but I had to work with her all day, too. So the whole day, she was being a bitch the whole day to me. And I shouldn't say that. That's just a mean, sexist thing to say. I'm turning into you. We're spending too much time on the show together. She was a very mean person.
She was a bitch.
Yeah, look at you. You almost went there. But I made up for it at the end of the day because she had to make a flight out, and she was late because, as always, the producers and the stars of the show run over every time. We're only going to shoot till 3 o'clock, and then they're going to. It's like every PowerPoint presentation you've ever seen. It always goes over by half an hour. So I say, "I can get you to the airport. It's not that far." "No, I'm going to miss my plane." I go, "I'm not going to let you miss the plane." So I drove her back, and I drove like 98 miles an hour the whole way. And I got her there on time, and then she was like, "I'm so sorry for the whole day. That was so nice." She's all apologetic and gives me a hug and all that shit.
Yeah. "I need a manicure because now I've just gripped the seat to the point where my fingernails have fallen off because you're driving like a fucking maniac, Jerry."
No, she loved it. She was all happy that I was willing to risk our lives to get her to the airport. But, of course, I'm a good driver.
Excellent driver.
Excellent driver.
Oh. No, my favorite driving to the airport story was Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons from Kiss. I'm driving them to the airport, and you know how the merge is at Middle Belt getting into DTW,
Yeah.
where it's like this lane is airport lane. I'm driving the limo, and this car comes from fucking the fast lane all the way over and cuts me off. I hit the brakes really hard just to stop.
Yeah.
And this car pulls in front of me, and I look in the rearview mirror, and all I see is Gene Simmons' face coming for me. He lands on his knees in the back of the limo, fucking sits up. I apologize. "I'm so sorry for that." He goes, "Pull up next to her," and he's got that accent.
Yeah.
And that tough, rugged accent. Pull up next to her, and it's an Asian woman. He goes, "No wonder. How can you drive when your eyes are fucking half open?"
Nice, Gene.
So
God, I hope he hears this show.
Oh, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, I hope he sues us so we can get some listeners.
That'd be good. He won't sue us. He's making enough money on his own.
It would be punishment. He doesn't need money. He just wants to. He wants to punish people.
And this was way back when they first stopped wearing makeup, so no one recognized them. I mean, they were staying at the Pontchartrain, if that tells you how long ago it was.
Oh, back when the Pontchartrain was an okay hotel.
Yep, and it was for a Kiss convention. And they ate in Greektown. They sat right in the front window. I'm parked with the limo right in Greektown out front. People are walking by and have no idea it's Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
No, they didn't care back then. Probably because they took off the makeup. Nobody cared anymore.
Yeah, they didn't recognize them without the makeup on.
Not even that. Just nobody cared anymore. They were like, well, the mystery's over. Now I'm looking at a couple of ugly rock stars now. So,
exactly.
And because it went into that lull. Then they kicked the other guys out of the band. Nobody gave a fuck until they put the makeup back on. How many years did we have to not hear about Kiss? Those were great years.
Well, and then all their reunion tours, the final reunion, and then they come back. And
they're still playing now.
Everyone spends $110 on tickets going, I got to see them for the last fucking time. They're going to wear their makeup for the first half, and then they're not for the second half, or vice versa. It's going to be fucking great. And then the next year, their final farewell tour.
Yeah, and what the hell? That was back in the late 90s anyway, that they started final touring. Now they're still final touring.
Yep, it's been final touring for a while. They're marketing geniuses.
We need to say they only like them with the makeup. Nobody likes them without the makeup, so they figured it out.
Jerry, we need to announce that we are going to retire from podcasting so we can get listeners.
Maybe. We're going to put the makeup back on, too.
Maybe this is our final episode. And then we can come back next week with our final episode. Or we're back. I
don't think we're in a position to do that.
No, I don't think so either.
No, because if we put down there, this is our final episode, people will just delete us from their subscriptions.
That's true.
The first of 100 final episodes. The first of 3,000 final episodes.
What episode are we on right now anyway? Are we in like 59 or something like that?
I think it's 59. Yeah, I think it's 59.
There.
Yeah, we're getting old.
It's amazing that we're still doing this shit.
59. Are you kidding me? That's not that many. It's only a couple of years of it. Because we missed a whole bunch of time. Now we got it all worked out. We're going pretty good. We're missing far less time.
Hey, speaking about time, guess what, Jerry?
It's time, isn't it?
It is.
That's wonderful. I'm getting texts from the family anyway. I might be able to have dinner.
Are you smoking in your room?
No, I have a e-cigarette.
Oh, okay, because I heard the exhale, and I'm like, oh, he's smoking in his room.
No, I barely smoke anymore. I think I ran through one. Yeah, I think I went through one pack of smokes in the last 3 weeks. I think.
Oh wow!
I'm a good boy.
You're still getting airline miles and stuff. And
how does that equate to the smoking topic?
I don't know. It's my last little topic I got to bring up. I actually have to drive to Cleveland tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they flew me, I would have to go to the airport. I'd have to wait, get to the airport early, fly 20 minutes maybe. We'd be up in the air and land in Cleveland. But no, they got me driving, so it's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
They got me with National Rent-A-Car, which I'm so happy for. Do you have a rental car preference at all?
I don't use them enough, but I know that you like National because you get to go pick your own car, right?
They are the honey badger of rental cars because they don't give a fuck. They let you go in and you pick whatever the fuck car you want. Does it really matter? You bypass the counter. They've got your information. Why do all these other rental car companies give a shit which car you pick? Here's a midsize. Pick it. Why does the fucking lady at the desk have to pick your goddamn car?
Oh, I get you. So National has here's the area. Here's a little fenced-in area with mid-size cars. Go grab one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's cool.
Grab a Jeep, grab a fucking Chrysler, grab a GM vehicle, grab one of these foreign import piece of shit little fuckers. Do any of that shit. But me going to Avis can kiss my fucking balls. Last time I went to Avis, they gave me a Volkswagen. It's like, I'm working for GM. I can't be driving a Volkswagen. Well, let me see what we have. They gave me this Impala that was like last year's model. Biggest piece of shit. It's because I was dropping it off at a different airport. So that's the other thing. When you're picking up a car and dropping it at a different airport, they want to get rid of their old... Right, but they want to get rid of their old piece of shit on the lot that they can't rent anymore and dump it on somebody else. So you end up being the scapegoat, driving the piece of fucking shit that's got 35,000 miles on it and is last year's model.
I'm gonna remember that next time I got to do that. That's why they want to know where you're dropping it off at. I get it.
Yep.
Those fuckers
off their dead inventory.
Dick Cheney shot and killed Antonin Scalia. Don't believe the news reports about the peaceful bed death.
Yeah.
Well, that was a slow response.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell it's time to go then. This is the end of the You Name It show for this week. Davin, any parting words for the crowd?
Papa Wheelie.
Yeah. Papa Wheelie. Share this stuff with your friends. Tell all the people you know, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.